What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed and I am back today with a penny stock update on our penny stock challenge, the 1K to 10K challenge. Shout out to everybody that is taking part of this one. Remember, guys, my videos are not for financial advice. Always got to have that disclaimer at the beginning of the video. Just again, you're doing this, please remember, even anyone that's in the challenge, we're doing this at our own risk. And so before I dive into it, I do want to give a quick shout out. So it's been about a week now, 7 days since we started the challenge, and we've made, not a significant amount of gains, but we're up about 4.8% since the start, which again, after the pullback that we saw yesterday, guys, I am very happy with this. So before I dive in, let me make my screen a little small here so you guys can see all my position sizes. And we're going to go through every single play one by one in this video because a lot of people would ask me, what did you increase on the dip, which I'll show you here. Again, this challenge is about transparency. And if you're on the Patreon, so quick shout out to the Patreon members, that's where I'm doing live updates when I'm buying and selling shares of stocks for this challenge. Again, guys, the first thing I mentioned is we're trading in this challenge. We're not just buying to hold. Some of these are hold potential. So again, I have held all the shares pretty much since starting. I've only increased or added new ones from the beginning. So again, if you do want to be a part of that, please feel free to join us on the Patreon. It does help out and support the channel. In addition, I do of course have the Discord, which is free for everybody. And lastly, you do get 2 free stocks if you deposit $100 when you use my link for Webull. So feel free to do that as well. Now, $1,048.22. That is where we're currently standing if you invested $1,000 at the very beginning. As you can see here, I do have $300 of buying power. That means $700 is currently in the market. Now, a lot of my Patreon members and people on the Discord asked me, why have you not put that money into the market? Because there was so much uncertainty. That is my answer to each and every one of them. Now, of course, for anyone who ended up pouncing and decided to buy somewhere on the dip yesterday, because yesterday the market bled a lot. We saw a huge pullback, and since then we've had a significant recovery. I was down up to 10% overall since, just looking at the week view, and since then, we did spike back up, thankfully, and now we're at $1,048. So regardless, everybody, I'm going to go through each play one by one. First one here, NMTR. So NMTR, 9 Meters Biopharma, a company that I continue to be excited about. And remember, just because it excites me, it doesn't mean that it's going to do well over time. There's high analyst ratings. They're seeing double-digit numbers, and we're predicting. And again, these analysts are predicting if their medications on their pipeline go public and are commercialized, this company is going to have in turn a lot more revenues coming in. So let's scroll down and look at my average cost basis. And again, because we talk about transparency here, you can see I'm actually down since my initial investment. So today, again, we are up significantly, but overall, we have to look at it. I've put $100 in each of these plays at the beginning. You can see I put 100, and my total return is negative $2.6 or about 2.62%. Am I upset about it? Absolutely not. I'm just happy that we're seeing a recovery. Did I average down on this play? I did not, because I did not. Again, I do work a day job, so I didn't have the opportunity to actually get in at the right moment. If I saw it pull back to where it did, at the big dip, if we look at the week chart, we saw that it dipped down to $1.54. If I would have seen anything under $1.50, and again, this is when we can do things like limit buy orders and things of that nature, I should have used that to my advantage, knowing that the market was bleeding on that day. So I'll talk about those kind of things throughout the challenge, how you can set a limit buy order, especially for anyone else that's working throughout the day. Instead of watching your portfolio and watching the market 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because we cannot manage to do that, there are different things and techniques you could do where you could set a buy order and just forget it. And once the stock hits that price, that's when you end up buying in. So I know a lot of people did that with Tesla, for example, that dipped significantly this week. And we could do the same thing with our small penny stock challenge plays and other plays as well that might be part of your portfolio. So let's keep going. Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM. Overall on Zomedica, you did see I did average down on this play. So total return just today was 7.41%. In total since the initial investment, up $3.23. Nothing too significant. My average cost currently is $2 flat. Now I know it dipped down to $1.93 today, but if we look at the week view, it dipped down to $1.43. So it doesn't really show you exactly what my buy points were. But again, my initial buy for Zomedica was actually pretty high. It was in probably the 220s range, I want to say. You can look back and watch to fact check me because I'm not 100% certain. But I bought somewhere during this dip. maybe at $1.50, $1.60, which helped bring my average cost basis down. So we did buy somewhere up here. It dipped down significantly. I bought somewhere in between in the dip, which again brought my average cost to $2, which now we're slowly, hopefully, going to continue to see the recovery between now and the launch of the True Pharma. That's our Zomedica position. ACST, Acasti Pharma, the one that a lot of people panicked about because it saw the biggest dip during this pullback. So it went down to 64 cents a share. I didn't average down, unfortunately, down 13.5% currently from our initial investment. Today's return, it did, see a nice recovery of 12%, but again, we're nowhere near where we were when we first got in because our average cost is 95 cents. So we still need to see, again, this is a more longer term play, and I did put $100 into it, thinking, again, with the krill oil product that they have currently on their pipeline, that overall they're probably going to do, decently enough that we're going to see hopefully a decent return. Again, for me, anything over 50%, 60%, 70%, that's when I'll probably end up selling and trading a different stock that might be undervalued. So that's Acasti Pharma. Let's move on. We have just a few more plays here because we actually have an additional play that we added. CDS Pharmaceuticals, we're up a total 44% on this play. Again, CTRX is really carrying our portfolio right now on this challenge. But again, I'm looking at a potential sell point for this one because we're up so much on it. Because I told you guys, I'm not here to hold these positions long term. I want to trade our way up to 10K because if you hold long term, yes, that play will do well if it truly does have long-term potential. But you can see here our average cost is $1.52. We're at $2.19 currently. So again, this is when I want to trade up, and hopefully, for the time being, because a lot of the bulls are still out, especially after the recovery we saw with the dip. If we go back to the week view, like I've been doing, it didn't dip that much actually to 181. So anyone that got in at 181, congratulations. But if you didn't, again, it's finding pretty solid support. So I'm hoping that we're going to see a continued uptrend with this one. I'm probably going to hold it for a little longer. I'm not looking to sell it quite yet. But, again, a 44% return on this one, that's fantastic. That's something that I'm hoping that we see with all of our plays. Now, BHTD, Bio High Tech, this one we're actually down on overall. It's at $2.10 currently, down 7.49%. Current value of my average cost basis is $2.27. $92.51 is our current market value. So again, down about $7.50. Am I worried? Absolutely not. Am I looking to average down? Not quite yet. When I see anything bleed more than 15 to 20%, that's when I consider that averaging down. Zomedica, that happened. That's why I averaged down. And again, it's just that when I was able to catch. Most of our plays actually were down 20, 30%. Acasti Pharmaceuticals, they were down 30%, I think, on the dip. So if you got in and pounced, congratulations. Last but not least, the new play that we added, again, updated to the Patreon and Discord as soon as I could, but unfortunately I couldn't get it out on a video, but we did buy Sensionics on the dip. So our average value, $3.54. So let's look at the week view. It got down to $2.92. So geez, okay, I didn't know it fell that far, but we got in during the dip and before this, pretty massive recovery. So we're up 24%, very respectable on our play. And again, for Sensionics, this one is one that I'm very long-term on. I have it in my main portfolio, and I have a pretty decent size position. But for our penny stock challenge, I want to continue to hopefully trade this one up. I'm going to hold maybe a little longer term. I'm hoping we see, if we look at the 1 month view, it got up to 526. I think we'll probably see that in the near future. Again, we're just going to see where the market trends. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, and penny stocks are always hit the hardest. Anything that is very volatile and, again, has had a very strong uptrend in the last couple months has the highest potential for, again, a downtrend in the same to the same extent. So we're up 1,000% over in the 3 month chart. So guys, that is pretty significant. 61% in the 1 month. Hoping again we see a recovery there. So for anyone that's that's part of this challenge, just remember we're gonna have red weeks, we're gonna have red days. Those are inevitable in the market. But overall, as of right now, it seems like again there's a lot of uncertainty. So what's gonna happen tomorrow? I cannot tell. We can never tell what's gonna happen tomorrow in the market. But what I'm hoping is, the bulls come back out. We have more people coming in. But of course, one thing that I do want to address is the fact that GME is back on its short squeeze. So I'm gonna pull up GameStop here. Guys, look at this. It's up 84% in the aftermarket, 100% during the market today. That really scares me for our stock plays because most of the people that are a part of these plays that I'm showing on my portfolio are the retail investors. The hedge funds do have a decent amount, 4 to 5% of the total shares for most of these. But unfortunately, retail investors control the market for a lot of these penny stock plays. So what does that mean? A lot of them might be withdrawing money from these plays and putting them into GameStop. Let's look at AMC. Same thing, AMC. Also short squeezed, up 40% today. Ridiculous. Which again, congratulations if you're in these plays. I'm all about the short squeeze. I think it's super exciting, but that can hurt our plays. So understand that and know, if you're in these plays long term, you might find potential buying opportunities once volume is stripped from these plays and put into GME and AMC. So one that I want you to all keep an eye out on is Jaguar Health, JAGX. This is potentially going to be our next play, as well as Collidius Biosciences, CLBS is the ticker symbol. I'm looking to add these to our penny stock challenge. So again, everybody, keep these on your radar. Again, they just launched a new website for NAPO EU. Again, that's going to be the direct subsidiary in Italy, where they're going to start commercializing and selling the Croflamer and Mytesi products. So keep this on your radar, everyone. I'm just here to update you all. And until next time, keep investing.